So I4YPC, which stands for Innit for Young People Charity, was formed because many years ago I was not the person that I am today. I was in trouble a lot, I was in care, I was in and out of the system, and I had a long criminal record. And what brought me to this place was when I came out of prison, I started to work with some local young people who were causing trouble on our estate. And that work that I did with those young people prevented any further antisocial behaviour. Over the years, the relationship between myself and the council, the CVS, the local stakeholders in Salford and broader in Greater Manchester grew, and then I did this big massive production of Innit, which was a musical, which was based on those poems that I wrote in prison at the Lowry Theatre. It was a huge success, and on that basis then I set up this charity many years later. So the whole charity and the basis for its existence is on Innit the musical, and bringing Innit to a much wider audience and making sure that young people have access to theatre, which is the one thing that I'm most passionate about.
Young people we work with are from all different backgrounds, across all different spectrums, demographics. They've got a global list of needs. A lot of them would describe themselves as really unconfident, shy, socially anxious, but creative, and they don't have that outlet in schools. A lot of them feel frustrated, and they describe themselves as wanting more, but they don't know where to get it from. Since we've had this space, which is just over a year, they've found us simply by being in the shopping centre, simply by being chased out by the security team. They've found us.
Having this place being in the heart of a central shopping mall in Salford, we get so many young people coming through the door, and because of our location, we open the doors to everybody. We've also worked with a lot of schools in Salford, alternative providers, special schools, SCMH schools, and a lot of those children come to see us, don't
come
they?
Back to us, yeah.
They found us.
Yeah, the same with colleges as well, because we're employability partners for Manchester College, Salford City College. So again, the young people that we've worked with come back and see us as well, which is nice.
And our current project, which we have running with the Greater Manchester Violence Reduction Unit, which is managed by Salford CVS, is actually a great space for us here, because a lot of the young people that we work with, they might come and do drop-ins, like they'll come and do a couple of sessions, and then they might not come back again and again and again, but they'll pop in, won't they, like, 3 weeks after, and they'll just come and sit and for a chat, and have a chat.
I think it's just that combined skill of lived experience as well as my professional experience that we just combine, and it works. So my background's in education. I was a teacher in Salford for 23 years and a senior leader for 13 of those. Always worked in inner city Salford, always worked with children who are on the cusp of getting excluded, because naturally they're drawn to the arts.
Come from a lived experience, from a youth work perspective, I'm always young people first, always young people first.
We always role model those positive behaviours that we want them to leave here with. So just little things like manners. And speaking politely to people, and just little things that make a massive difference, and that's something that we're pretty good at. Liz, I think since you've come into post, the support, the advice, the communication has been absolutely amazing. The online resources, for example, that you sent to us are laminated and they're put in our kitchen at the back, just so that we've got that, that signposting tool for everybody. The fact that you delivered that bespoke training and we were able to communicate and talk about the needs of our group, because it was so diverse, and it was just so important that you understood our group of people, and that training was received so well.
Yeah,
everybody had an amazing day, and it could have been a really long, hard day, but everybody walked out feeling inspired, feeling moved by the things that they'd, some people still talk about those case studies, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. I also, from a personal point of view, really appreciate the group that you've set up, the quarterly group, for support, because it's just good to have that network as well. So, I think from our point of view, safeguarding has really moved on, and that's all down to you, and thank you for that.